Howdy there, folks. Well, at our peak today on our options trades, we were up a total of 133% on our account. That is $830. And on one specific put contract, we were up 220% or $880. The rest of our puts really didn't do much, but that's what this whole experiment was about. And of course, I'm here to update you on what's going on and how the options happened for the day. So without further ado, I have a ton of screenshots, and if you don't know what I'm talking about at all, then watch my last video where I talk about the whole setup, where we're gonna go and we're gonna buy put options, paper trading, simulated trading on Icon Enterprises, because the ex-dividend date was this morning, and I predicted that IEP stock was going to fall approximately 5.75% in value. In fact, it did fall about 4.7% in value by the time that the stock market opened, I believe. So I was pretty close on my approximation of what was going to happen there. And I wanted to buy put options because I know that they're super leveraged up. So I could spend, what did I spend? $500, and I made $880 from there. Well, we didn't make it, but I played it out. I wanted to play it out for the rest of the day. So let's go. Let me swipe my screen to number 4, the iPad, and let's just go through the screenshots. So 7:39 a.m. Account value was up 37%. So this was this was an hour after market open, and we can see my line of puts here that I had. I basically wanted to stagger the puts because I just wanted to see what was happening. But because before market closed yesterday, IEP was at around $35, hovering around $34.70 and $35. The most likely candidate for the put option to actually work is IEP $32.50 put, expiration 19th of May. And I bought 100 put options of each, just kind of staggering, because I wanted to experiment and see what they would even do. I really don't have any experience in options, and this is, of course, simulated paper account, fake money. So I wanted to go ahead and put, I think I started this paper account, all of these with $770, right? So I'm up $230 at this point in the day. We're gonna go to the next screenshot. So, just 1 minute later, you see the price, we jumped $20, which I thought was pretty crazy. It was really flip-flopping all over the place. 7:44, 4 minutes later, it was up another $70, which was crazy. 7:51, I was up to $1,170. I was up $400 gain on the day. So we can see none of my other puts are performing, only my 32.5 put, which means that, the 32.5 was actually actually did happen. This price at this point was actually below 32.5. We could see here, this is taken at 923, but we can see that the price really came down to about $31.50, and it really hovered around there. So I'm about $1 in the money on my put option, or about $1 under the strike price of the 32.5. So we can see kind of how that reflects, 1,170. So now at 10:31, I had a huge gainer, and this was where I peaked out for the day. Now, of course, I wanted to hold this all day until basically a few minutes before market close, just to see what happens to the options. And of course, they did expire, or they would have expired if I didn't sell them right a few minutes before market close. But we can see, none of my staggered puts, 30, 27.5, 25, 22.5 are performing at all. And in fact, they're performing quite bad. But my IEP 32.5 puts are actually doing extremely well. I was up 220% on that. Crazy. Crazy to think that I started this account just yesterday with $770 and I'm up to $1,600. I mean, it really does feel like gambling doing the whole options trading. Now, skip ahead to 10:55. We bounce back down a little bit to 1370. Skip ahead to 1144. We bounce back, but down even more, $1,000, 150, and we would never see that gain of $880 ever again. Now I want to show you the price. So that gain, if you look, the price went down all the way to $31.14. And that was really when we hit our stride and we basically were around, $880 in the money. This was when this game time was happening. It was absolutely insane. But then throughout, intraday, the stock started correcting and actually started, correcting itself and coming back up, which was really terrible for our put contracts. Next screenshot. This is taken at 12:20. 40 minutes before the market closed. I'm on Pacific time, and you really saw that it did recover. I mean, it really recovered here, 31.82 up to 32.04. So our puts really weren't doing that good. We were still in the money, in profit, in green territory on our $32.50 put. However, we missed out on the chance to cash in, but I didn't really care. This was all an experiment to see what would happen throughout the day. Next trade, we're going to see, okay, 12:20, this is where we are. So we recovered to $32, and we were actually up only 20% on our IEP puts. Still really good, but with the other, puts that we'd staggered, it really didn't mean anything, and just, it canceled out our profits. We were down, basically, from where we started at this point in the day. Now, I wanted to hold them until, the end of day. So at 12:54, this is when I started cashing out all my options because, again, at 1, they would have expired, and they would have expired worthless, and my account would have basically zeroed out. It would have been terrible to see that happen. We were up $50, right? Now, here we are. Now, I started to sell these, and I put them all at limit orders, and it really was taking a few minutes. It was like 12:58, and they were all limit ordered, and none of them were going through. So I'm like, man, I don't want them to expire worthless. So I elected to sell them all in market orders instead of limit orders, which is just sell it at any price. I don't care what the price is. So yeah, here we filled. This is our $32.50 put. So we bought them at 0.5, 50 cents, and we sold them at 53 cents. So we made about 6%, a lot worse than our 220%. But hey, at least we made 6%. So that's a pretty good day, actually. Me day trading, my profit goal is anywhere from 1 to 2%. So the fact that I made 6% on these options, it's pretty remarkable, in fact. We can see this. So we can see we're at 32.5. I bought at 50 cents. I sold at 53 cents. The top and the bottom orders right there. This is where I sold everything. Again, all of my other puts, $25, $27.50, none of them came through. So I ended the day at $800, and I had a P&L of, $30, right? From $770 to $800. So that was my P&L, and that was actually the end of the day. We recovered all the way up to $32.22. And just to zoom in, this is the whole day. Just to zoom in, yeah, huge recovery there from the lows of $31 and I believe 34 cents. So this whole thing was crazy, and it was a really good experiment. I had a lot of fun with this thing. So everyone, I want to thank you for watching. This was just a recap of my exploration into options. And what I want to do in the future is I want to, instead of staggering a ton of put options on one stock, is I want to take the closest price put option the day before the dividend X date on other stocks, but I want to try maybe 5 at once. So we're going to do a video like that in the future. We're going to break down a few X dividend dates. I'm going to see just how effective this strategy actually can be, because it's pretty predictable, of course. When the stock pays the dividend and it crosses over into the next day on the X dividend date, the stock is going to drop equivalent to what that quarterly dividend amount is. So in this case, I predicted IEP would fall 5.75% because that's essentially what the quarterly dividend is. The stock was at $35 and the the dividend was $2 per quarter. So let me just put that in my calculator. $2 divided by $35. So that, again, if you can see, is 5.7 5%. And that's what I predicted. And we were pretty spot on. Of course, the market isn't perfect, but the market does price in that drop. And there was a drop about 5% at the end of the day. So, which did put us in the green territory for our puts. Now, if I were playing it strategically, I probably would have cashed out, at a 100% gain. I probably would have cashed out then. You could let it ride forever, but what's the point, right? We saw today, it came all the way back up and we only made $20. We still made profit. We didn't lose any money, but hey, we could have, almost doubled our account size. Or no, we could have doubled our account size. We could have had 130% profit on one day. So this was very interesting. And folks, I just wanted to share it with you all out there. And yeah, well, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.